guys just finished your mythic voyage. How do you feel? Awesome. So, we say that we do the most heavy-duty, intensive workshop in the world.
Believe me, as a psychologist, I've been in many workshops, and yes, it is very intense. And thank you, it is intense.
I felt that these 2 weeks was like one day is but very intense. Really.
I guess the greatest gift that you can take from the workshop is the very best solution to be happy every day and to find the benefits of life and to play with them and take everything that could become and that would feel negative to be positive and to switch between these two.
For me was clarity.
For me also. For me too. Well, me too. Yes, clarity. Yeah, I just have another totally different vision of all humanity. It's really a big shift in how I look to life, how I look to my own life and to myself. So that's a really big gift.
Yeah, and that happiness is a choice. And if you're not happy, then if you have to make other choices than you are making, that is the most important insight that I take with me. It's all in my hands.
Really hard. I think the most challenging part for me was the moment when you come to see your own blind spot, when you see like shit, have I operating on this way the whole life, and like to be able to switch over and actually really admit that it's there. And it's like, I think that was the most challenging, to just like admit that shit, I've been doing this my whole life. And with that comes so much freedom. So it's painful, and then comes the freedom.
I guess for me the most challenging part was to stay when I would have left. Because you have all this resistance coming from the subconscious, and those moments when you feel that you're right and not the others. But yeah, if I could do this, then anyone can do this.
Yeah. And for me it was that let go of the belief that I know things better than anyone else. And but being happy is more important than being right.
Yes.
And you've been always saying that, like just in a phrase. Like before we came, like it's good to.
It's catchy.
I'd rather it's catchy. I'd rather be happy than being wrong. But you have actually not understood it now, and it's just amazing how all those phrases get embodied in this workshop. Like love, like we always talk about love, but all those things get really like embodied, like in the feeling, and that's what you bring from here. Like that it's not just something over here; it's actually in your body.
And it takes the whole 2 weeks to be able to reach that place. So I'm really happy that I endured. So whatever you do, don't quit.
Yes.
This workshop changed our perspective. We see with another eyes the world, the nature, the shit happens, all of this.
It changed my perspective on morality.
Yeah. Well, Mickey's and his assistants are doing a very good job, because every time they come and tell you different stories, and they get in full detail of every story, so you can take it easy and easy and easy in order to go deeper and deeper in your beliefs, and to find ways to understand what they're saying, and everything is very, very deep. You find the solutions very well because of the whole team.
For me, it was very useful to see how the world works, because now I can avoid like negative predators.
No, getting rid of shame and guilt that that wears without at sometimes, and feeling the freedom of choice and the way of nature. So it's really eye-opening.
And it's gonna be quite difficult, I guess, to manage all this. But on the other hand, it's cleared so much things. I feel so much more relieved, so much more happier. So I will spread that in the world. That's that thing. So yeah, we got a lot of tools to doing that. So I'm happy. I'm excited to use these tools in the next in the future.
The most to change my relationship with my husband. It change. Yes, I see him now so clear what was wrong and what I can do to do better things.
Yeah.
It's so clear.
And for us, it was make it or break it.
Yeah.
And the workshop really delivered. So we're gonna have a fresh start.
Yeah.
Live differently.
Yeah.
I guess it will be about choosing, after all, because as we learn here, when you sit in this no choice pattern, it's the worst thing that you can do. So no more 50-50s, all in or all out.
Before I came here, I felt like I was sitting on the side bench of my own life. And I really learned here how to go in and grab it and claim my own life and not being ashamed of it at all. And not being ashamed of wanting to be the best or having the best. Like it's, yeah. That's nice.
Hosting was amazing. They were a very nice team. They did take care of us a lot. And we asked them a lot of things and they provided us, and they're very nice and very kind and very, I would say I feel obliged to for their services, and putting me, as my friend Cosmin said, as a king. I was so happy that someone took into consideration to see me as a king.
Yeah. They were an integral part of the whole workshop, I felt. So it was those tender moments when I felt the love that they put into the care, making our beds so beautifully, and all the fruit and other services. It really touched me deeply.
Yeah, it was also like a way for yourself to practice of taking care of yourself by asking for, like in the beginning with the mattresses, they were a bit like, because we're in a new place and you just try to do the best of the place here. And there was some weird things in the bed, and I was not first thing I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything about it, I will be fine. And then Joseph was like, no, I think I need something under here. And then you all went to buy new mattresses to us. So I was like, and then I realized I can start asking for things, and that's a way for me to show myself love. And that's what they really taught me, to ask and see that someone's actually really caring from their heart.
In the first day, I was looking on their faces, almost smiling without effort, natural. And then I look at them, and they knew before I open my mouth what I need. Perhaps they can read my mind. I thought at that time. But after that, I understand the energy, the positive energy. And they was like me before. And they know the needs. Awesome.
What would you say to somebody who's thinking about maybe doing a mythic voyage?
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Just do it.
And we never regret it. If you complete it, you will be a changed person.
Yes.
power, big steel, kidney. So,
If it's even it's your last money you have, like it's an investment for your entire life, so you will get those money back really quick. It's an investment.
Okay. Yeah. They involve your whole life. Both you either work how to work in the world. Everything's got to be challenged with it. A lot of guidance to become a new person and live a fuller life, happier life. So I really recommend it.
And I also love the idea that it's not finished yet. The work is just gonna start now, and there will be a whole community helping us to with all that stuff, you know. So we are not alone. We can have questions whenever we want, and that's a really nice feeling.
Well, on that note, I guess there's only one thing left to say.